Thank you. This is the first in a series of videos about playing tug with your dog. Now, first and foremost, most of us don't really play enough with our dogs, and any kind of game is going to increase the bond between you and your animal. However, what you might have heard is that playing tug will increase dominance or even turn your animal into a vicious, snarling beast. Now, as long as you play the game consistently and you play it with love, then you've got nothing to worry about, okay? However, if your dog's growling at you or guards things from you, then go and seek the help of a force-free, certified, professional trainer, and they will point you in the right direction or show you how to go about it. Tug is a great game for scrubbing some of that excess energy of your dog. It's also a great way of teaching certain behaviours. For instance, you can teach a retrieve, you can teach a leave it or a drop, you can teach search games, all through playing tug with your dog. Okay, so we decided we want to play tug. The next step is getting the right tug toy. Now, various tugs have pros and cons to them, and I have a whole selection of tug toys. You aren't necessarily going to need that unless you're a bit of an equipment junkie like myself. So, let me give you a rundown of the different uses of my toys. So, if I've got a dog that is less likely to give up the toy when I ask him to, or if I'm teaching him to leave or drop in the first place, then I'm going to use a firmer toy because I don't want the dog to self-reinforce by chewing on the toy. Now, when I say chewing, I don't mean that you've left the toy with him. Remember, these are only fun because you're on the other end of it. You don't want to leave this with your dog because if you've got a Staffy or, you know, one of the bull breeds is going to shred this up in minutes. So a firmer tug, and I like to have no handles on those so that I can immobilise it. Bear in mind, if you're holding a handle, the toy can move about. So no handles and slightly stronger, firmer, harder toy. If I've got a very strong dog, then I do want handles. And something like this is ideal. It's got bungee handles on it, and that takes the impact out of my shoulders, as I'm getting on a little bit now. But it's also beneficial for the dog's joints as well. When you're having a good old game of tug, it can be beneficial for the dog as well. Thanks, Zeus. Now, if I am playing with shorter dogs, then I do want to have a longer toy. That enables me to stand up and play with the dog while he's on the ground, obviously. So something like this. A nice long fleece tug or a nice long bungee tug. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with getting down on the ground and playing with your dog. It just looks a little bit crazy when you're in the middle of town centre. If I've got an older dog, then I also like to use something that's soft in the mouth so they can get a good grip on it. So a senior like the Minky Moo Bear here, she likes to have a softer fleece tug while she's playing. The softer ones, like these guys, these allow the dog to really, really chomp down. And that's beneficial if you want to teach the dog to increase the bite. If he's not so sure about biting or he takes the toy too softly, then having a softer tug will allow a little bit of self-reinforcement, which is what you want. On top of that, you get some that are designed to hold scent. For instance, this one. If you're doing search work, then you can place the scent inside the tug and use it as your reinforcer as well as the scent cue. Or if your dog's motivated by food more than by toys, then popping your chicken, ham, cheese or whatever it is that you're using inside the toy can actually add to the motivation. So there are just a few of the toys that are available. You can find them in various different outlets. We do sell some, and for our customers, generally we sell the bungee tugs because they're my favourite. But have a look around, get yourself a decent toy, and subscribe so you're ready for the next video.